It's time to spotlight the Mexican Stock Exchange and investing opportunities in Mexico. Joining us now from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange is Jorge Alegria, the CEO of the Mexican Stock Exchange, Bolsa Mexicana de Valores. Jorge, thank you for being with us this morning. The Mexican Stock Exchange is up about 20% year to date, almost double the gains for the S&P 500. What's the primary driver behind this?
Well, thank you very much, Marley. Basically, I think we have seen a flow from global investors as well as Mexican investors looking for valuation and diversification after maybe spending 5 or more years more concentrated in developed markets. I think we are seeing this shift to emerging markets, and Mexico has been benefited from that. That's the main reason why.
We've certainly seen an expansion into international markets and more emerging markets. And I know that BMV has been working hard to make itself more attractive. Part of that is the expanded partnership that you have with NASDAQ. What does that mean for the exchange?
Well, if we want to attract international participants as well, we need to adopt with international technology. So we have this partnership with NASDAQ to upgrade all our post-trade division in order to provide better services on custody, settlements, and everything, which is a very important part when dealing with international participants. That's our main relationship with NASDAQ, although we are also exploring opportunities for front technology for derivatives as well.
And why is that next-gen post-trading platform so important for BMV and its modernization?
Well, as you know, the risk management is quite important, and one of the key pieces is not only the depository for securities to have the safety for international investors, but also risk management-wise, we are offering central counterparty services, CCP, which are now offering risk management tools and counterparty services for international players that basically are seeing this as a very safe environment to trade in Mexico with counterparty risk almost reduced. So that's very important. And obviously the technology to handle that with state-of-the-art technology from international markets is important for us.
And in addition to adding some of this new technology, you have this new modernization blueprint and tie-in with your NASDAQ, exploring with a partnership with AWS. Why is cloud infrastructure and its role so important in Mexico's financial structure?
I think it's also related to all the upgrade. It has to do not only with the software itself, but also with all the communications and access security. And we found that the cloud and to use all this technology through AWS has been also extremely efficient and important to provide great services, not only for the international community, but also for the domestic market. And it's very efficient to also grow, and it allows us to grow more and faster as needed, because this is the expansion we are planning for the exchange in the coming years, and do this through the cloud with AWS and NASDAQ is the most efficient way for us.
And as you look to expand and grow these partnerships, what are some of the evolving needs that you're seeing, not just of your local, but also of your international customers?
Well, we are now working not only with the Mexican investor base, but as you mentioned, with international customers. They are looking for diversification, and we also have futures on the main index. We have options as well for hedging, and a very active FX market that allows free flows in and out from international investors into Mexico, and that has been key for getting international attention, not only on the equity segment that I'm representing, but also on the fixed income world, as well as I mentioned before, on the derivative side as well.
And so you mentioned those futures contracts. I know you have the E-mini S&P 500 IPC index trading in a partnership with the CME. What does that expanded access mean for BMV?
The IPC Dow Jones SP index now is listed in CME as well. We provided a license to CME, and basically what it provides is access 23 hours, 6 days a week to get exposure and hedging to the Mexican equity market. So for us, it's important to reach international players that will be accessing Mexico more efficiently through these kind of partnerships with other exchanges, in this case, like CME, through the futures market. In a way, it's difficult for a Mexican exchange or Mexican clearing members, Mexican participants, to have the reach of this huge diversification or a distribution network as other exchanges like CME in this case. But with these partnerships, we get access, and we are able to put our product in front of more players in a very efficient way. And we get the flow and the trading on the future side, but also very importantly on the cash side. When these global investors, they need to hedge, they go to the Mexican Stock Exchange as a way to hedge the risk on the derivative side. So it's a win-win relationship, and it creates liquidity in the whole ecosystem of FX, cash equities, and futures.
And in addition to what we've already talked about, Jorge, what are some of the other innovations that BMV has added or is exploring?
We are focusing also on data to provide a retail access. The Mexican market has been growing a lot for retail. We went just, Marley, from 300,000 accounts 5 years ago to 20 million accounts in just 5 years. So retail is booming in Mexico. We need to provide access efficiently to that retail accounts that basically are now investing in mutual funds. We need them also to move to trade directly into securities in the exchange. And market data is key for this. So we are developing all the tools on the market data side to provide access to these retail investors with better tools and better information to have them trading directly in the exchange as well. So retail is big as well.
So with all of these modernizations and innovations that you're adding to BMV, what is your vision for the future of the Mexican Stock Exchange?
We are part of the global exchange landscape, and what we want to do is to have a thriving market in terms of international players able to participate in the domestic market, but also provide domestic customers and domestic participants access to international markets. So connect liquidity among the different asset classes and the different markets is key for us, and this is where we are working with, take advantage of the Mexican economy resilience and openness that allow us to trade and to communicate with other exchanges more efficiently. So this is the way we are seeing our interaction with the rest of the world for the future of financial markets in Mexico, Marley.
We appreciate you taking the time to speak with us from the floor this morning and discuss the Mexican Stock Exchange. That's CEO Jorge Alegria from Bolsa Mexicana de Valores, the BMV.